What's up, my wizards? It's Dev from Mtg down there on the YouTube.com. You know by now we like magic. And today, a fun video for you. Right now, at least as the video comes out, it is Wednesday, the day after the election. And as of the recording, I still don't know who won. But no matter who won, there's bound to be some sad / pissed off people. So I figure it's time for a palate cleanser. We'll do a fun video. And then we can all sort of, get back to our lives and start laughing again. At least here's hoping that we all can. Let's try and make peace with a fun video. This is something I've been working on sort of in my spare time the last 2 or 3 weeks. I thought you guys might really get a kick out of it. This is if big Mtg YouTubers were magic cards. Now, I guess we'll call it part 1 of this series, I'm going to do 2 big Mtg YouTubers you've almost certainly heard of, and I'm also going to do myself because I want to make a card for myself. I don't care if it's hubris. You guys would do it too in my position. So let's go ahead and show you what I've come up with here. So let's start with an important source, lol, for spoilers and for discussion about really bad cards. Let's talk about Wedge from the old mana source there. An inspiration for the channel, honestly. If Wedge wasn't doing what he was doing, along with guys like Absolute MTG and the Professor, then this channel probably wouldn't exist, to be honest with you. So I'll pay a little bit of homage to Wedge right here and show you what his card looks like, at least in my eyes. Wedge is these are all human wizards, by the way. Wedge is 1, a white and a blue for a 1/4 human wizard with flash, and when Wedge enters the battlefield, you look at the top 4 cards of your library. You choose an instant from among them and put that card into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Alright, there are 2 kind of factors that I looked at when deciding what I wanted to do with Wedge here. Wedge has made no bones about the fact that he is a control player. Wedge really, really likes to play him some control and rag on aggro and stuff, So he's made no secret that he's a control player. So I wanted this to be a viable control card, and I also wanted it to be viable in Modern, and I think that this gets there. Now, in a blue-white control deck, this would obviously complement something like Snapcaster Mage pretty well. They could be like your only 2 creatures in the whole deck, and that might work out for you. Now, you notice as we move through these that there's a certain sort of theme for the format that these each belong in. This looks like a Modern card to me all day. I'm doing a Standard card, and I'm doing a Commander card as well. So I needed to make a Modern card. I feel like this is probably too good, but let me know how you feel about this. Is this a little too powerful? Would this completely break Modern, I just wanted Wedge to have a decent little control card, and this is probably really, really strunk. I get the feeling that Wedge would probably really, really like this card. Like if it came out and it was his spoiler and it didn't have his name on it or something, then he would probably just freak right the F out about this. So I was thinking about you when I made this one, Wedge. I hope you like it. But as far as your guys' opinion, how do you feel about it? Is it a little too broken? Should it be the top 3 cards? Should it be something completely different? I'm really looking forward to the comments here because I want you with all 3 of these cards to go down there and tell me how you envision a Wedge card being or a Dev card being, Let me know what you might think that would look like. But moving on to a legend in the Mtg YouTube community. He's got more subscribers than anybody else, and he's just about the nicest guy you could ever hope to talk to. Of course, I'm talking about the Professor. He recently helped me out a lot, by the way. He mentioned me at the end of a video. He gave me a whole 2 minutes talking about my channel. And then I got 6,500 subscribers over the next 2 days. So thanks, Professor. Here's a card. I'm going to show it to you right now. The Professor is a legendary creature. He's a human wizard. He costs 3 mana. That's 1, a blue, and a green for a 2/3. And during each player's upkeep, that player may draw a card. If that player does, that player discards a card. Then you draw a card. First of all, I wanted the Professor to be Simic colors. For whatever reason, I just think that fits him most. He could be Izzet. Could be Izzet, don't get me wrong. But something about the Professor just screams Simic to me, you know what I mean? And as far as the format he belongs in, this is obviously a card geared toward Commander, which if Pauper wasn't around, would probably be the Professor's favorite format. He talks about just Wedge does too. He talks about EDH a good little bit. He's obviously well versed in that realm. So, I figured that he would, if I was going to make a group hug card or something like that, definitely give it to the Professor. And I do like the interaction here, and I like the fact that there's a little bit of flavor, he's a professor, that's all about knowledge, so let's draw some cards, right? And let's do that in an EDH setting. This is kind of a group hug. It allows your opponents to draw cards during their upkeep, but then if they want to draw that card, they have to discard a card and then let you draw a card. Depending on how many people you're playing against, you can have a full grip every time it comes back around to you, even if you started with just a couple of cards in your hand when you said go. So the people that are really going to hate this, by the way, are the people that sit directly to your left or right, whichever direction you're going. Usually the people directly to your left are going to hate this because the first couple of people totally let you draw that card, and they drew the card and discarded. Now they have to be like, you know, he's just drawn like 5 cards in this one turn cycle. Should I let him draw another one? You know, so this is, I actually think, a pretty interesting commander card. I don't think that it's super broken or anything. It does have a target on its back, like they can kill it fairly easily. And I do think it's relatively balanced. Yeah, they get to draw a card, but they have to discard and let you draw. And there's always the idea that no one's going to want to draw a card, but come on. In a 4 to 6 player, even up to 8 player commander game, somebody's going to want to draw a card, guaranteed. My southern accent came out a little bit just then. Somebody's going to want to draw some dang cards. Consarn it. But anyway, let me know how you feel about this guy. Hope you like it, Professor. I think that it's a little bit right up your alley, but for all I know, you'd have a completely different card. And by the way, Wedge and the Professor, I know you both watch my videos, and when you saw the title of this, you're like, oh, I'm watching this. So let me know in the comments either how much you like these, or make your own dang card, you know? And I actually issue this. If you want to, guys, then you can make your own videos pertaining to this. I think that people would really enjoy it, depending on how much this catches on. I feel like people will enjoy this. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I guess we're on me now, right? I mean, I don't have like over 100,000 subscribers like either one of these guys do, but it's my channel, so whatever. You know, I figured that we had a modern card, we have a commander card, and both of those guys are somewhat well known for liking those 2 formats. So what do I get? Obviously standard, because that's pretty exclusively the videos that I do. So here's what I've come up with for me right here. This is Dev. He's a legendary creature. He's a human wizard, and he's just a red and a white, Boros colors, for a 2/2. When Dev enters the battlefield, target creature gains haste until end of turn, and whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So obviously Wedge is modern, Professor is commander, I gotta be standard. I mean, I'm obviously the standard card anyway, and this could see some modern play, I think. Maybe, don't get me wrong. Does the card look broken? Am I overvaluing myself right here? Obviously, I swing as a 3 power haste on turn 2. That seems pretty good. I can also come down late game with another creature and make it haste and swing in, give it +1/+1. You know, obviously on turn 3 or 4, if you play me, I'm pretty good, because you can just like get a huge Reckless Bushwhacker style swing in. Hell, for like 4 mana, you can play me and then a Reckless Bushwhacker on turn 4 and just immediately win the game. So, you know, I might be pretty darn powerful, but I wanted to make at least one good aggro creature. And if you haven't noticed, it's kind of tough to make great aggro creatures because Wizards has made a lot of them. So if you go to make what you consider to be a good aggro creature, you're probably just like copying something else's design. So maybe this is a little too good. Maybe it should cost 3 mana and I should be like a 2/3 or a 3/2, something like that. But I really wanted to be a 2-drop. So there. I don't know, maybe you could just take off the target creature gains haste clause. I don't know. I'm really pushing myself, if you can't tell. But anyway, I'm really interested in this one. How would you make a card for me? And I know, again, that's selfish, but it's my channel. You know, if you had to make a dev card, what would it be? It was blah. And by the way, I've made no bones about the idea that Orzhov is my favorite color combination, but I really wanted a really good aggro creature, and to make that happen, I feel like red and white are sort of the flagship colors for that color combination. So let me know how you felt about all of these down there in the comments. I'm expecting there to be some pretty fun comments to this one. And some like relatively jerky comments where they're like, oh, dev card, SJW, or whatever. You know, I don't know what you think about me. Because like people rarely leave negative comments, which is like, oh, a serious blessing. Obviously this is a YouTube channel, so not having that many negative comments is mind-blowing. Thank you all for that. I've got like the best subscribers on YouTube, so appreciate that, you guys. But anyway, I think I'm done for now. I'm tapped out. Let me know how you felt about all of these. Again, call to action. Let me know what you envision these cards being like. And another call to action specifically for YouTubers. I'll say it again. If you guys want to do a video like this, that would be super fun as far as I'm concerned. Or you just leave a comment. Do you like your card? If you enjoyed the content, do me a quick solid. Just hit the thumbs up button. Helps me out a lot. And if you haven't subbed yet, please do that, so you get all the deck techs in your inbox and you get weird content like this, top 10 lists, spoilers. You want those. You want spoilers in your inbox. So do all of that YouTube stuff. Sorry for the spiel. Got to do it, you know. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm Dev from SBMTG. Thanks for watching, my wizards.